What's good? What's good? What's good, Panther Nation? Welcome to Two Fans and Stands. It is I, your boy, the favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. And today we have a very special guest, the homie, my uncle. Crazy as that might sound, another Panther podcast extraordinaire man that loves our team just as much as I do. Uncle Quan from Panthers Experience. What's going on, my boy?
What's up? What's up, man? I appreciate you having me on, man. I love y'all show, so this is huge for me, man. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Already, man. Hey, we glad that we had the opportunity to bring you on, man. Glad that you accepted the invitation. We definitely love chopping it up with you when we was in Charlotte, for the training camp. Got an opportunity to meet you and also seeing you at Fan Fest. Had no idea we was gonna be sitting on the same row,
Yeah,
at the stadium. So we got that picture in. So we appreciate it, man. Like we said before, it was both of our first time at a training camp. And since we are new, it was our first time meeting other Panther podcasts, people that we have been always watching and stuff like that. So to have the opportunity to meet you guys, in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like a rock star moment for us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad that we had the opportunity to meet you, man. Like I said, appreciate
Thank you,
you
man.
coming on and showing love to the family.
Oh
But
yeah,
I ain't gonna waste too much time because I know you got a lot of stuff a lot of stuff to do. So let's get right into it.
let's get it.
So what one of the things I want to know is tell us who Uncle Quan is and how did the Panther experience come about?
Man, I'm just a guy that live and breathe football, man. Literally since I was a kid, well, since I was a baby, really. And the experience, man, the vlog channel, it came about because I was blessed to be able to go to Panther games pretty much throughout my entire life, man. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring people with me on that experience. I know a lot of people are not fortunate enough to be able to make some of those games or any of the games for that matter. And
Right.
with me realizing that, I was like, man, I want everybody to be able to experience something like this. So I wanted to start a channel just to basically bring people in my lens and basically let people see the atmosphere of the games and what goes on in the stadium, because you can only see but so much through the broadcast view on TV. So it's like, let me show these guys what it's actually like being in the game. You know what I mean? So that was my goal with the channel. And since then, man, it's just been a lot of support and love. And I really appreciate that, man.
Hey man, one thing I can tell you, like looking at your YouTube channel is like you're not as new as we are,
Mm.
but you put some fire content out there.
I appreciate that.
And by me and CJ always, we always trying to gather information, get ideas, and look for ways to increase our channel because everything that we doing right now is like through trial and error. You know what I mean? And he's way more advanced than I am on the technical video editing and all that type of thing. So I'm learning through him as he's learning for us, if that makes sense.
Got you.
So, man, just the energy that you bring and that you give, I remember during the training camp, how you do like a little video right before, walking into camp before the day started, what you're looking for and things like that. Then, you did one right after. I was like, okay. Then I see like how many views, and I was like, well, damn, I know that's Uncle Quan, but I'm older than him. I ain't got that kind of energy, but I'm gonna find a way, to try to make it happen. We gonna get it popping. But yeah, man, you're
Yes,
just a
sir.
source of inspiration for us, and like I said, we appreciate it.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
man,
mean?
that's big, man. Same here, man. My channel pretty much started from trial and error too, so it was something that I got comfortable with. Just the more I did it, but something that helped. I had a gaming channel that I would play around with. That's kind of how I got used to editing and stuff like that. Kind of
Oh,
playing around,
okay,
getting a feel of it, and then that's when I was able to bring
right.
some of those skills over to the vlog. So that yeah, same here, man. Just trial and error, just trying to figure out, how I want to pop that content out there.
Okay, so it's more of like a vlog, like a vlog.
For the most
type of
part, yeah.
thing
For the most part,
for the
yeah.
most part.
Hmm.
Okay. I read up on that because I think it was like maybe like a year or two ago. I had to understand. I was trying to understand like what's the difference between a blog and a vlog.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it confused me. I thought somebody had to misspell the damn word or something. I was like, oh, it's a real
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes,
ain't know,
yes.
man. So just my curiosity. I just Googled it and just seen the slight difference in the two, and I was like, well, I ain't got the energy or the time to put in something like that, So I'm gonna let y'all young people have it, man. Y'all good with it. Y'all
Oh
good with it.
yeah.
But listen, speaking of training camp, we were both down in Spartanburg to watch. I was there for the first week, and I know you was there uh longer.
Mm.
So what's your assessment of Bryce Young? What did you see from him from the beginning of training camp to the end of preseason that may or may not make you feel like he's QB1, he's ready to go?
I saw exactly what I've been seeing on film. I mean, he's the real deal, man. He's a cold quarterback. But one thing that's very, I don't want to say rare, but very unique about him is you
Yeah,
don't see a lot of quarterbacks at his age play the way he do. The way he processes the field very quickly, and he's able to even look off defenders before he makes the throw. And that thing gets out of his hands very quick. So he got a fast release. He can use his eyes as an advantage, to kind of look off defenders. And I mean, underrated ability of his, he can really stop on a dime. Now, his athleticism is an underrated ability. A lot of people don't really see him as a mobile quarterback, which he doesn't really
right,
choose to be, but he can definitely fake out a defender with his legs. I've seen it a lot on film, and I've seen it a couple of times in that last preseason game where he can kind of like sprint and just stop on a dime and kind of, fake out the defenders. They're missing him and everything. He can be slippery, but he's the real deal, man. It's a lot to like about him. It's a lot to, I can go on and on talking about Bryce, man, but he's the real deal, man.
yeah,
And I've seen it on full display.
yeah. Hey, first I want to welcome my co-host, my ace boom coon, my
Going
aggravation number two, behind my sister, my
Whatever.
cousin CJ, my
What up?
partner
What
in
up?
crime.
What's going
Big
on,
Uncle
CJ?
Quan, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Blessed to see another day. How you, man?
Hey, I'm the same, man. I'm saying I'm,
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
little late. I apologize, but I was running trying to pick my son up from football practice. So,
Hey, no worries. Man.
my apologies.
And we know
Yeah,
how that
yeah.
grind go.
But yeah, hey, well, as far as Bryce Young, I feel the same way that you feel,
Mm,
and I think that my main thing that I wanted to see was the poise in the pocket and the accuracy. Was it the same as what I saw in Alabama? Meaning, what was it going to look like now that he's playing with NFL talent type of wide receivers? What is it going to look like? And I know we couldn't really tell in practice because you can't hit the quarterback, anything like that. But his processing, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see that, and then when he translated into the preseason after he took that first initial hit, which it wasn't no little hit. Like
yeah,
he didn't get hit
yeah,
around the waist or around the legs, and I'm like
He
my
got
my, my
depleted.
boy, he engulfed his whole body.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like,
He ate that
yeah.
man.
So but the way he bounced back, the way he bounced up and
Mm-hmm.
kept it moving, and then he got a hit again, bounced up and kept it moving. And I just felt like that should dispel any of the rumors, any of the talk about whether Bryce Young could take a hit going forward. Like that should be it shouldn't be a talking point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if I
And
may
he
add,
showed
I'm
yeah, go
sorry to
ahead.
cut you off, man. If I may
No, no.
add, man, I'm kind of glad that happened because you had a lot of people questioning just his durability and if he can take a hit. And no matter how many clips you put out there, no matter how many times you show him being hit in college by these 300-pound guys, and everybody saying, nah, NFL speed is different. He gonna get hurt. He gonna get hurt. I'm glad he took those hits so that people can see that he can get up and bounce back. He can move on to the next play, man.
Hey,
Right.
somebody said everybody talking about, oh, it's the SEC. It was like, nah, you get to the NFL, you got these grown men with beards that got car seats in the back. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh man, come on. I'm,
yeah,
I'm like, you mean to
yeah.
tell
I
me he
saw
didn't get hit by one person in cars that had a car seat in his
Right.
car? Like, come on.
right.
Facts.
But
Facts.
hey, especially in the SEC, right?
Exactly.
Especially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So let me ask you this. So we talked about Bryce Young and what we saw him through training camp in the preseason. Who else stood out to you in the preseason?
Um, in a preseason, on the defensive side, Barno, man. Barno was a guy I was looking forward to coming into the preseason, and he delivered, especially in that first game when the Jets came to town. He had got him a sack. He was applying pressure, almost
Split
got
that
two of
double
them.
team.
Exactly, splitting the double teams,
Yeah,
man. He
yeah.
was really like balling. So he was a guy that I wanted to see last year. Unfortunately, he had injury battles, but going forward, I want to see him, being implemented into this defense, being utilized a lot more. And I'm glad I got a chance to see him stand out in the preseason. So Barno on the defensive side, he stood out to me. Offensively, I mean, I would say Mingo. Mingo, I mean, I'm not surprised by the display that Mingo had. I mean, I want to see a little bit more, but he did look pretty good. It was one route where he had stopped Bryce Young had stopped on him, but that was like one mistake he had made. But I would say Mingo stood out to me just because him being a starter on this offense, being a rookie, something new and fresh. He was somebody I was looking forward to seeing as well, and he was all right. He was all right.
He was consistent. Me,
Right.
me and C me and CJ had this discussion probably like a week after I had came back from Charlotte, and we were talking about who did we think who we thought were the most consistent out of the rookies and the undrafted players. And only person that really stood out to me in my mind was Jonathan Mingo. Like there wasn't like no splash plays, but he was consistent. You know what I mean? He was consistent, and you can just see the little incremental growth when it comes to his route running, getting off press man, things like that. And again, he was another one, in my opinion, who was as advertised because the same things I saw him do at Ole Miss, I saw him do throughout the process, out without throughout the preseason. I'm sorry. So I'm just curious to see what he's going to look like come the regular season when there's more opportunity, more playing time, and things like that. I don't think it's going to happen overnight because I don't feel like that with anybody in the National Football League, especially a rookie coming in. It's always that learning curve, and sometimes, well, I ain't gonna say sometimes, a lot of times, fans tend to put the buggy before the horse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and just don't know how to just sit back and just chill and know that everything is a process. It's a
Yeah.
learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Like just like you go from middle school to high school, from high school to college. Now you talking about to the coup de grace, the NFL. You get no higher than that. So everything is a learning process for these boys. But
Right.
CJ, what you got?
Let me see. For me, offensively, other than Mingo, I can't really think of
Right.
anybody as far as because they played that vanilla style play
Yeah,
calling or whatever. So you didn't really see much, you know,
right,
um, outside of the rookies and the undrafted free agents. I will say that I like what Spencer Brown did during the preseason. Now mind
right.
you, he got cut. Thank goodness he made it back to the practice squad. So there is that. He ran hard all preseason, and you know, we're big fans of Blackshear, and I kind of wish that they could have made a spot for both of them. There is one running back in that backfield that they could have done without, in my opinion, but I ain't gonna get into that right now. But defensively, the draft pick that I questioned the most was what's my man named DJ Johnson. Okay. I'm not
Right,
gonna lie. I
right.
questioned that draft pick the most. And after they picked him, I was like, okay, is this a panic pick? Because they were trying to make sure they got some type of an edge outside linebacker, somebody to play that position. And I was scratching my head like, hmm. Okay, because me and Tony both saying, it was a certain cornerback from Georgia still sitting around that we both wanted them to take. But I will say this, I did like what I saw from him in the preseason. One thing he can do, he can set the edge, and to keep the back from getting outside of him. And we'll see what he can do because, as you can tell, they're gonna bring him along, and he's got a couple of teammates there that'll probably be able to partake a lot of their knowledge onto him, and bring him along slowly. But I think he'll be all right, but we'll see. We'll get a better idea of it a few games into the season, but them too.
Hey, Quan. Now I know this ain't got nothing to do with what I want to ask you, but this a settled argument, a disagreement. It's not an argument, a disagreement. Okay. So you are the unofficial tiebreaker right now.
Gotcha.
Who would you rather have? I'm not gonna ask you about who had a better preseason or anything like that. Who would you rather have on the roster in the running back room? Raheem Blackshear or Spencer Brown?
Blackshear. Easy.
Huh?
Blackshear.
Say I
easily Blackshear, man. I love Raheem Blackshear. That's my guy.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Tony, don't move too much. You might take yourself off the screen again.
Thank you, sir.
I love that. That don't take away from Spencer Brown at all, man. I think Spencer Brown, like you said, could have been used in this running back room. We could have used 4 running backs. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at that. But if I had to choose, of course, I'm gonna choose Blackshear, man. I've seen a lot of flashes or enough flashes to know that he can be a decent running back.
And his versatility. Yeah. His versatility as the kick returner and punt returner. And I'm saying that as at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we brought him in for last year, and he did pretty good last year, kickoff returns. Spencer Brown doesn't bring that versatility, in to the Panthers. In the NFL, it's all about versatility, especially when you're not a master of one thing. When you're struggling to make a roster, it's best that you be able to it's best that you're able to show your value on special teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good.
That's where a lot of those guys. That's where a lot of those guys make their mark. Look at Frankie Louvu. Frankie Louvu came in, made his mark on special teams. Now he's a starting middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I kind of changed my mind during the preseason because we brought in what's a man named Amir Smith Marset from the Chiefs.
Yeah, Amir Smith.
So I was thinking, okay, well, cool. Blackshear may be on the hot seat now because this guy right here, he's a receiver, kick return, punt returner. So we were kind of still wanting that, power back in the backfield because we got Sanders, we got Chuba.
But is he really a power back though?
Who, Blackshear?
No, Spencer Brown.
Spencer Brown
ain't but like 220.
I was saying balance, man.
Yeah, I think he's more of a power back than the rest of
them. I don't know. CJ, you think Spencer Brown runs harder than Chuba?
Hell, I can run harder than Chuba.
It's not about you right now. This is not about you.
Hey, you asked me a question. I gave you.
I asked you, can Spencer Brown run harder than Chuba?
Yes.
Okay. Quan, what you think?
See, Spencer is going to be quicker to lower that shoulder than Chuba will. Chuba is going to be more evasive, probably even run out of bounds, if anything. I don't see Chuba Hubbard as like a power back at all. I mean, he has times where he lower his shoulder. I did like a little film study on him, but I wouldn't consider him as a power back at all, man. Spencer Brown would definitely be more of a power back than Chuba.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, what's your overall assessment of the team? We go with offense and then defense.
Okay. So, as for the offense, I'm not really sure. I don't really know what their identity is going to be. Everything is fresh. We got a new offensive coordinator, new head coach. I haven't seen and then we got a lot of new pieces on the offense, including a starting running back, our starting receivers, a new quarterback. I mean, it's hard to tell what we're going to be on offense. what I'm hoping to see is us use Bryce's strengths. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who can, kill you in the immediate game. So can Adam Thielen. That's a good pair. And of course, you got DJ Chark who can take over the top, man. So hopefully we can establish a run game kind of like we did towards the end of the stretch last season and just take that pressure off our young quarterback and just be able to take our time and milking the clock, wearing out the defenses with our run game and just being able to stretch the field whenever we can, man. So I don't know what this identity is going to be for the offense, but at least that's what I'm hoping it's going to be.
Okay. What about the defense?
Now, defense, I've seen enough of the defense, man. This unit has been working together for the most part. And us moving to a 3-4, I'm very confident in this unit, especially with I always pronounce his name wrong. I'm gonna just say
You
Ijaro
tear.
Evero.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
But yeah,
Ivero,
Evero, man,
Ivero, Zero.
yeah, man. He does a really good job. He was a hell of a coordinator for Denver, so I got a lot of confidence in his defense this year. And with that 3-4 defense, I think it's going to be predicated to throwing the quarterback off of their spot, just making them uncomfortable. As for stopping the run, I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. I hope we can stop the run. We're gonna find out week 1 real quick, man. We're gonna find out because we're gonna have to deal with a monster in that
Yes.
backfield, man. So I don't know.
Yes.
But I know this defense, they fly to the ball, they work together, they communicate really well. And I'm just hoping that we break that top 15, top 10 kind of defense this year.
Oh, yeah.
Man, listen. Let me start with the defense. I think the defense has a lot more holes than the offense, hands down. Especially with that
Yeah.
defensive front. Now I'm still waiting and hoping that they're going to bring in at least another defensive lineman and possibly another cornerback. But whoever they bring in, they're not going to be game ready by Sunday. That's my only disappointment in the whole situation. Because right now we only have 5 defensive linemen on the active roster. Now they did bring back Quan Williams and I think Nick Thurman and somebody else, like 2 or 3 defensive linemen to the practice squad. And of course you can call those guys up during the season as you need them. But I was reading what What's Up Doug said. Yeah, Quan, we have done a lot of film on this defense. He knows that.
Yeah.
But I think I don't think it's going to be a true 3-4 defense. I think it's going to be more of a hybrid. And I think because we have such a shortage at defensive line, you're going to see a lot of the 4-2-5. You're going to have to run with 4 or 5 defensive backs in today's NFL because they will spread you out. When they're running 3 receivers, 4 receiver sets, you're gonna have to put your nickel back in there. You gotta have a big nickel or even a true slot. You know what I mean? So I think you're gonna see a lot more of that 4-2-5, and you're definitely gonna see Jeremy Chin playing close to a line of scrimmage. He's gonna be in that Cam Chancellor 2.0 type of
Oh yeah.
role,
Oh yeah.
that Cam Chancellor had in Seattle. But CJ, what you think?
I agree with you. Offensively, I just think if everybody stays healthy, we'll be okay. James Camping, I hope he held Icky after every practice and worked with him. Let me tell you, I've picked on Icky a lot this preseason, but I do have confidence that he'll get it right. It was a couple missed
Right.
calls, and there was a couple plays where he just got straight up beat. But I think he'll be okay. Like I said, offensively, injuries, I think we'll be fine. Now, defensively, like Quan said, we're gonna find out real quick if we can stop the run. Because if I was Atlanta, I would run the ball straight up the gut the first 4 or 5
Yeah.
run plays and see what in the hell Carolina was going to do. If I was Atlanta's coach. So
And that's
and the
go ahead.
defense, let me see, cornerbacks
Yeah.
and yeah, cornerbacks. That's been
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Jesus, oh Lord have mercy. That's been my
Hey,
worry all preseason and half of last
you
year.
know, yeah.
If we can have some solid depth behind J.C.
Mhm.
Horn and Dante Jackson, I think we'll be okay. And when I say solid depth, you know, God forbid that something happens to one of them and they have to miss more than one game or so. If
Right.
history plays out like he did last year, we are screwed.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
far as the
Yes,
cornerbacks
we
go.
are.
Safeties, I'm
Yes, we
not worried about. Linebackers, I'm not too worried about. Like Tony said, the defensive line, you know, we down to 51 players on the active roster with Marquise Haynes being put on the IR for the first 4 games. So maybe they'll bring
Yeah.
in more players. We'll find out. But yeah, we like you said, we're gonna know real soon what that defense gonna
Oh
do.
yeah, we're gonna
We're gonna
find
know
out.
real soon.
But
Sunday.
you know, most teams, especially when they know what your weak spot is, they will they would attack it and force you to change up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To make adjustments is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, if I was Arthur Smith and I was the head coach of the Falcons, out yeah, just like how we ran what I think it was like 46 times against them in that game when we played them in Atlanta. I would
Mhm.
match that same 46 and run every running back I got down Carolina's throat until you prove to me
Mm-hmm.
that you can stop this run. Then
Exactly.
when you load the box up, they're gonna go over the top. Now
Yep.
what our corners and our safeties gonna do? So we got some things to overcome, man. And I know everything was kept vanilla during during the preseason. They didn't want to show their hands. I get it and I understand it. But when you start the season off like we're starting off against 2 divisional rivals, bruh, it's blood. It's
Oh,
blood. They coming for it.
oh yeah.
That
And
vanilla
we
was
going
melted all over the sidewalk. That was
this
beyond vanilla. I'm sorry. Can't
Yeah.
can't 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 nobody tell me that that was some of just the most bland play calling I have ever seen in my life. I mean, like I
the
said,
man
they could have had some
vanilla
sprinkles in
for
the cup and just threw a little bit out there, something. They were
Yeah.
my
like,
God.
no. Mm-mm.
Did the man not say it was vanilla for a reason? It's vanilla for a reason. Come on, Quan, help me out.
The
I
vanilla cold
mean,
though.
hey, I just hope maybe he just holding it back. Maybe he just I don't know. Hopefully he got something up his sleeve, man. Because what we saw in the preseason wasn't it. It just wasn't it.
Okay,
They didn't look prepared, man. But
fair.
hey, I get it. If it is vanilla, it is what it is. But let's see what this regular season brings. I
He
need
better
better
had on
Okay, fair.
long
execution.
sleeves and a hoodie.
Thanks.
Yeah, he better been hiding a whole lot of
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Exactly.
All right, all right. Well, okay. Well, Quan, let me ask you, Uncle Quan. I'm sorry, my apologies, sir,
You
Uncle
good. You
Quan.
good.
Yeah, put some
Let me
respect
let me
on your
use
name.
your let me put some respect on your name. What's your confidence level going into week 1 against the Falcons? Then
My confidence level, if I'm gonna put it on a scale of 10, I'm gonna say
yeah.
it's a 5, man. I'm gonna say it's a 5 out of 10 right now.
Okay.
I'm very 50-50. I'm kind of in the
Yeah.
middle, you know.
Right. Because
Exactly.
you got to see the product.
Right.
You got to see the product. Yeah.
Exactly. So understanding like week 1, we got a lot of new everything. We got new coaching staff, new quarterback, new players. It's gonna take some time for everything to kind of develop and to come into fruition. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see, man. I'm expecting some growing pains. I'm expecting some mistakes to be made, some miscues. But we're gonna see how the execution works out, man. We're gonna see.
Yeah. I think it's about a 5 too. CJ, what you think?
I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree a 5 because at this point, with what we've seen in the preseason,
Yeah,
and just I mean, and there's still that whole thing circling with Brian Burns and his contract. So
yeah.
we don't exactly know
Oh
about that.
man.
So
Yeah.
it's to
That's
me, it could go either way. Like we could be 1 or 2 plays from being on the right side and taking off, or we could be 1 or 2 plays of being on the wrong side and falling off the cliff. So yeah.
because see, Quan, I know you have somewhere to go, and I ain't gonna go down this rabbit hole and try, end up keeping you longer because we can talk all day about that Brian Burns
No,
situation.
he can talk
And
all day on a normal day.
yeah.
Facts, facts. I got no argument with that. I got no argument with that. Okay, so my next question is, what do you think the Panthers' record would be at the end of the season?
um, it's gonna be between maybe 8 and 9 or 9 and 8. That's my record prediction right now.
Okay. So a +2 by the +2 from last year.
Right. More than
Okay.
7. More than 7.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. I was thinking the ceiling would probably be 10-7, and we make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because I feel if you 10-7, you're probably going to win the NFC South. You're probably going to win the NFC South if you're 9-8. But 10-7, because I think with Bryce Young at quarterback, I think we could be a +3 team.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. Like you said, like CJ has mentioned time and time again, as long as everybody stays healthy, I think it could benefit us at the end of the season. CJ, what you think? What's your record for the
Hold
end
on,
of the season?
before I give you my record, I'm gonna see this comment right here where Isaiah Cochran said, right, said he was going to put them in positions where winning was tough to see what you got. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that, but he, like you said, he put the buggy in front of the horse and was like, y'all go out and find your way home. I think that was a little it was a little bit much, but I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. But back to your question. For me, 10-7 would be the ceiling. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
want to say they're going to make this, they're going to make that. 10-7 would be the ceiling. I think like a 7-10 would be in the low end. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to at least match last year and possibly get anywhere between 7 and 10 wins. Okay. Because you
Okay.
think about the quarterback play that we had last year and how it was all over the place from the start of the season all the way to the end of the season. And if Bryce Young can come in and be as advertised as he has been so far in the preseason, I think we'll be okay, especially in the division that we're in. We picked the right time to get a number one quarterback in the NFC
Yeah.
South. So
Thanks.
Okay. All right, Quan. So this next segment here is something I came up with, and this is original, CJ. By the way, don't think I missed what you said last time. Um, I call it agree or disagree. So I'm gonna make two comments, but basically put it in a statement to you, and you agree or disagree, and then explain why. All right.
Got you.
Okay. So if I was to say to you, Uncle Quan, Bryce Young will win Offensive Rookie of the Year, would you agree or disagree?
I would like to agree. I'm gonna disagree though. I'm gonna disagree
Why is that?
because I just feel like it's gonna come down to probably a skill player or a mobile quarterback, maybe Anthony Richardson, somebody who can kind of be a stat stuffer. And that's not to take away from Bryce. I think Bryce is gonna have a fantastic year, man. But with Anthony Richardson being a starter, he's gonna run. He's gonna run. He's got a big arm. He's gonna make all the flashy plays. And given that everybody's gonna be, turned on by it, that might be what helped him win the Rookie of the Year. Or even with Bijan Robinson, we might see him take some flashes. What I'm saying, in the running game. Who knows, man? I think
Quan,
Atlanta gonna wear him down. So
Quan. I
we're gonna
and
see,
listen,
man.
I'm okay if you say it's not Bryce. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Bro, please don't say
trigger.
Anthony Richardson, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
You,
man.
see now you gonna make me question your football acumen. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, bro.
Nah.
I'm about to go tell all them little kids at practice today. Do not listen for the name Anthony Richardson. You do not want to be that guy right now.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Don't
Uncle
do that.
Quan, forgive the old man
Don't
to my left, please.
man.
I mean, who am
Uh,
I though? I don't know. We don't know. We're gonna see, man. I hope Bryce Young wins. He got the tools to win it, but who
Mm-hmm.
knows, man? Who knows?
yeah, I know, but Anthony, come on, Anthony Richardson, man. See, I ain't
Yeah.
asking CJ nothing. All right. So the next one is if I said to you, Uncle Quan, the Panthers will win the NFC South, would you agree or disagree?
Don't be mad at me for this, but I disagree with that. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think y'all, a lot of Panthers fans might chew me out, but this is not the fandom in me. This is the realist. I think that the Saints will just take the NFC South. And given what we saw, how they executed their play calling against the Chiefs in that preseason game with their starters on the field against their starters, it showed me a lot of what I need to see. and they have more veteran presence on their squad, and they have more experience than we do. So that kind of tells me that they'll probably take the division by 1 or 2 games. It's going to come down to the end of the season, but I think the Saints might squeeze it in. I think we can still make the playoffs, come second in the division, but I think the Saints overall will take the South this year, man. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong at the end of the season happily, but we'll see, man. That's just my prediction right now.
All right. CJ, will the
Hey,
Panthers win the NFC South? Agree or disagree?
you know what? Right now, I'm going to agree. Okay. I
Okay.
think we are, and I'm going to hold on to the fact that Tampa Bay has Baker Mayfield. Okay. Atlanta has Desmond Ritter. All right. And even even the Saints, I'm holding on to the fact that they got Derek Carr. Hopefully, Derek Carr will still be Derek Carr, and once the season gets started and keeps going on. But yeah, I think we can. I think we can. But I will say this: if we didn't, the season's not a whole disappointment as long as things are trending in the right direction.
Agreed. Yep.
I agree. And I believe I'm
It was
kind
a
of on
test
the
now.
fence. I'm kind of on the fence with that one because Quan, you made some valid points, and CJ, you made some valid points, and you can't discount Derek Carr and the veteran leadership that he brings to that team. Now, granted, he hasn't won anything in the postseason or anything like that, but we talking about getting to the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand how that can beat us. Most people will give New Orleans a slight advantage, but most analysts that I've seen on TV are picking Atlanta.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if they using that to stir some trouble or start some mess or whatever. But I don't see Atlanta doing that, and they had Carolina uh finishing last in the division. So I don't know, but I
Okay.
think it'll be great if Carolina can win the NFC South. But I'd rather see them make the playoffs, whether the first team or the second team out of the out of the NFC South. I'm going to ignore that comment right there.
That
Watch
threw
for
me
him.
off too.
He
That threw
he
me
be
off.
he be on one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Thank you for tuning in, but no, sir, not at
Yeah,
all.
that's your man.
Not
All
at all.
right. So we're gonna do a rapid fire real quick. I was gonna do this at the end, but I know you got to get out of here. So let's do the rapid fire real quick, and it's gonna be a over under. That's all That's all you have to really say. So the first one is Bryce Young would throw for 3,500 yards and 25 TDs. That's over or under.
Just under, like right under.
Just under.
Right
Well,
under. Yeah.
what's your number? What you thinking?
I'm giving Bryce somewhere around 33, maybe 34 on the year, and maybe about 22 to 23 touchdowns.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. CJ, Bryce Young would
Um,
throw for 3,500 yards, 25 TDs. Over under.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna say he's gonna throw for about 3,928 touchdowns.
That'd be
Okay.
lovely. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, that would. I
Mm-hmm.
think I had.
That's
I
rookie of
can't
the
remember
year.
my. Yeah, I can't
That's
remember my
rookie of the
exact
year.
numbers, but I think I had him a little bit over too. I think I had him with like 28 TDs or something like that. Maybe it was a little more. I don't remember. All right, Uncle Quan. Miles Sanders rushes for 1,200 yards. Over under.
Under.
CJ.
Uh, over. I'm gonna say he gets slightly over 1,300.
Okay.
I'm being very
So you think
optimistic today.
he gonna match what he did last year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
With big bowls in the surround sound. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Beat Bozeman. All right, Uncle Quan. Brian Burns has 13 and a half sacks. Over under.
Over. Over. I think
Over.
Burns can have 15 on the year.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm over too. What about you, CJ?
Over. I'm gonna say at least. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot high on this. I'm gonna say 16, 17.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, for that money that they talking about, he want right now. He
Better.
better.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's what I want to see.
Hey, you better come out guns blazing, my boy.
Facts.
All right. Derrick Brown makes his first Pro Bowl. Uncle Quan, over under.
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 Yeah.
CJ.
Over. I think he will. I
Yeah,
think he's
I
going to
think.
show out. I think that last regime, that defense was holding him back some.
Yeah, I think this year he'll make his first Pro Bowl. J.C. Horn makes his first Pro Bowl. Uncle Quan, over under.
Only reason I'm saying under is because I have trust issues with his health. That's the only reason I'm saying under. And
I
if he
agree.
stays
I'm
healthy,
under.
definitely over.
I'm under as well. CJ.
I'm gonna have to agree with both of y'all. Exactly what Quan said. Yep. He stays healthy.
All
That's a
right.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
In the last one, Uncle Quan, Panthers win the NFC, not the NFC South, the NFC.
Nah, man, not this year. Under. Not this year.
CJ,
Under.
under. Man, this is a hard one for me. Now let me stop. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna bullshit the people. It's under.
Hey, if we do that, that'd be a hell of a year. Hell of a year.
What? Oh my god, that's almost like a comeback story. We came back from the dead. You know, we was almost in the mortuary. Now we talking about
Rookie
bringing
quarterback
us
too.
back. Yeah, yeah. So listen, that would be a beautiful thing. That would be something um beyond expectations. That's like on another level of expectations.
Right.
You know, nothing that anybody can honestly say they fathoming. That they can fathom in their mind at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, well, listen, Uncle Quan, man, we appreciate you coming on the live, kicking with your boys today. Um, hey, listen, man, we look forward to having you on here again.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let CJ take it from here because I get a little lost for words. You know what I'm saying? So CJ, go ahead and address Uncle Quan so we can get him out of here so he can get to where he need to go.
As Tony said, Uncle Quan, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you coming on the channel. Those of subscribers of ours, if you haven't checked out Uncle Quan's page, it's the Panthers Experience, Uncle Quan. Please go check out his page and subscribe. Some great content over there. I hope this is the first
Really
of
good
many
content.
times that you will come on the show with us, and we would be honored if one day in the future you welcome us over on your channel. And we definitely appreciate you coming. Okay. And everybody that's watching, please subscribe to our channel as well. All right. We just hit 800 subscribers and our goal of 1,000. We're trying to get there before the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Probably not, but hey, we're going to keep it pushing. All right.
So
But
we're not gonna get out here. We're not gonna get out of here just yet. We're gonna go ahead and get Uncle Quan out of here. But I do
mhm,
want to go back and answer some of the questions that some of the subscribers had. But I know
okay.
Quan got to run. So, hey, salute to you, my boy. We appreciate
Sir.
you. Much
Hey, I
love.
appreciate y'all,
Let
man.
us know. Let us know anytime you want to come on, man,
Oh
or
yeah.
anytime you see us on, man. Just let us know, man. Hop
Will
in the
do.
chat. You got the link. Chime in, man. We,
Oh
we, we
yeah. I got that
always here.
notification bell on, man. So I know anytime y'all go live, I'm definitely tuning in, man. So anytime y'all need me on, I'm gonna definitely hop on, man. I enjoy myself. I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Thank you,
All
Quan.
right,
I'm
man.
sorry,
Appreciate
Uncle
you
Quan.
too.
All right,
See,
y'all
see,
be easy.
see. He did it too. He did it too. That's all I'm saying. All
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 right,
right.
peace. I'll
right,
Thank you,
see
man.
y'all on the other side.
Later.
all right. Peace.
Right.
So what's up, CJ? Let's go back and answer some of these
Hold on.
questions from
Hold on.
okay.
Let me see. Dude on the top right is definitely a homer. Hey, thank you for noticing. I appreciate you, Jesus.
uh,
Oh
oh
god.
God. All
Yeah,
right,
let me just scroll back up through
what we
here.
got?
Let me see. Black Cat Panther Podcast. What it do, fellas? What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Yeah, what's up, Black Cat Podcast? Hey, I'm gonna put the link in the chat again because I know um what's his name? Benjamin. Hold on. Uh, was trying to get into the Ben Franklin was trying to
Mhm.
get into the he was
All right,
trying to
well
get
here,
on.
hold on, I'll post it in
Oh
there
yeah,
real quick.
okay. All right, that's Canary. Um, that's been wanting to get on the live with us. So
Okay.
we posted the link to the chat. So if anybody want to get in, come in and chop it up with us, feel free.
All right. Let
Don't
me
be a stranger.
go back to those for me. It said 15 TDs for Bryce, passing and 2,700 yards. Okay.
I think that's kind of low. That's kind of
Well, I
that's
mean,
like the
hey,
floor.
like I said, I was definitely shooting for the moon with all my predictions. Okay. I don't have any
Yeah,
concrete evidence to say any of that was going to happen, but like they say, you
right.
try to speak stuff into existence. That's definitely what I was trying to do on that one. And
Yeah,
he
for
says
sure, for
under
sure.
because the old line is sus. So
Mm, I
he
listen.
dug it.
I know. I know. Icky had his problems, throughout the preseason, but I can't say that the whole offensive line was suspect. I don't. I can't agree with that one.
Yeah. What's up, Doug?
See, Dougie.
Okay. Maybe joined by
Okay.
mistake. All right.
All
Let me say
right.
Kenneth Blair with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Said week 7, bye week if healthy, chances for playoffs or 10 win. I will take that. I
I
will
agree with
take
that,
that.
and we appreciate the $5 donation, Kenneth.
Thank you. Thank you very
Definitely
much, sir.
appreciate it, my friend.
Los Four Amigos said those are Fields numbers and Lawrence numbers in year 1. Yeah. Oh, okay. But hey, but like I said though, I was definitely shooting high. Okay.
But at the same, why I say that those two don't coexist don't
Mhm.
coexist well to me, or maybe that's not the word I meant to use. Well, let me just say this: you have to look what Justin Fields had to deal with in year one. He had no weapons. There was no receivers, no running game. Chicago had nothing.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, we know what the debacle he had the first year with Urban Meyer as his head coach. That was a shit show from the beginning. So Bryce is not walking into a situation like either one of those situations that Trevor Lawrence had in Jacksonville or Justin Fields had in Chicago. So I can't put him or lump him in the same equation, with those two guys. I think, not saying that his numbers are going to be astronomically better, what I'm saying, but
Mhm.
I do believe they're going to be more than 2,700 yards and 15 TDs. Coach K, what's popping? What's good?
How you doing,
Canary
coach?
What's going on? What's going on?
finally made it into the building.
Definitely done
Yeah,
made it in the
yeah,
building. And I got my
yeah,
whistle with
yeah.
me.
Uh oh. This I will say blow it one time, but shit, it might blow my eardrums out. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
hey,
What's going
What's
on,
good?
fellas?
Already.
What's
he,
up
he,
with
look
y'all
Hey,
he,
fellas,
he look
man?
like he just came from telling somebody, "Ah, damn it, don't miss that block no more."
I'm headed there.
yeah.
Oh, you heard that? Okay.
Hey, that's what
We in,
Uncle
we in
Quan had to
traffic.
go just now.
Yep.
Huh?
I
He
said
said
we
he
in
in
traffic.
traffic.
Oh yeah.
See,
Hey,
hey,
that's what
Doug,
Uncle
what's
Quan
up?
had to go right now. He on his way to football practice. He coach 8 and 9 year olds.
Yeah, Little League. What's going on, Tony and
Who,
CJ?
who he coach
He
for?
He in
you know
Charlotte.
what?
He did Little League in Charlotte. Coach K.
Yeah, I'm down here
Okay.
too. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, yeah, Coach K down there
Miller
too.
Creek. Miller Creek. That's where they practice at. He with the Chargers.
Oh,
Okay,
Maverick Creek
okay.
Charge. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
But now, fellas, what's going on? Like I said, I'm about to head to a stadium right now to do some different content for my channel. But
Okay.
I definitely was tuned in. Like I said, I definitely been engaged with y'all on Twitter since I came up. I haven't been able to meet you guys, but I know me and Quan have definitely talked behind the scenes. And I know he was like, you guys saw him at Fan Fest. Y'all was like, y'all really like what we've been doing. But hopefully, whenever
Yeah.
I come in week 2, I'll be able to link up with you guys because I will be back in Charlotte week 2 for Monday night. But
Okay.
I was
That's
giving
what's
him a
up.
hard time. Yeah, I was giving a hard time because me and Quan did a video on the record. So I told him behind the scenes I'm gonna be on his ass because he want to sit there and change his prediction up. So I see him in the chat and I'm letting it know right now that was not Quan's original record prediction. I'm letting y'all know right now. But
Uh-oh. Go ahead and spill the beans.
like I
Go ahead and
said,
tell the
so,
truth.
no, like really and truly, me and him have had numerous conversations behind the scenes. I
Yeah.
understand the frustrations in preseason, but like I had to tell him as well, with me, you can't panic. And not saying fan bases is panicking, but we're Panther fans, and you got to look at people. Only look at the Panthers. Most teams are doing the same thing as we're doing. Like, think about it.
Right.
Joey Bosa for the 49ers is not signed. Do you see their organization panicking right now? You don't see
Right.
their fan base in a whole frenzy. Oh my God, this is for that. I'm looking at it as Joey Bosa is better than Brian Burns. That's no disrespect to our starting D and starting linebacker, but at the same time,
That's just
other
facts.
fan bases exactly. So there's nothing to be panicking about. We don't really know what this team can do until Sunday in Atlanta at 1 o'clock.
There you go.
Then we can have back and forth. We can have disagreements. We
Yeah.
can say this is what I
Yeah.
see, this is what I don't see, da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So for me on my channel, on my expectations, I really think we have to go into the mantra and the saying that Frank Wright has right now. 0-0, 0-0. We're trying to go 1-0. We already, media has already accolated our coaching staff. They've already said our coaching staff is one of the best coaching staffs assembled in years. So if you have the
Right.
coaching with, Quan and Coach K should know, you can have average talent, but coaches can coach it up. Just look at what Dion did. Everybody said, "Oh, Dion can't coach. He can't have this." He has all
And
these
Coach
players,
Brown,
and look,
baby.
and look what this man was able to do just this past weekend. So for me, I'm
Facts.
ready to see what Frank Wright can do with this team. I know Josh McCown and Thomas Brown will do a great job with Bryce. Only thing we have to do is stay healthy. That is a bug that is hitting us right now, is that injury bug. I'm not worried about it, but at the same time, I'm ready for Sunday so we can really dissect as Panther fans and say, this is what I see. This is what I did not like. So that's all I got. Like I said, I can keep going and going. I definitely just wanted to tell you guys I appreciate for y'all having my homeboy, my partner, my business partner on. Like I said, I definitely can't wait to meet you guys here
Oh
in a
yeah.
couple of weeks when I'm in the city. And like I said in the chat before, this is all a beginning for all of us. Like I
Oh
said, the
yeah.
sky is the limit. Like I said,
Hey.
I heard what you guys said about 1,000. That's my goal. I'm almost close to it. I didn't think I was
Yeah.
gonna make it. Long as you be persistent, you being true to your channel, you being pure with your content, the blessings are gonna come. So I'm already,
Yeah.
putting that in fruition for you guys as 2FansInTheStands. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. So just keep
Already.
grinding,
God damn
keep
it.
working, and
Man.
keep doing whatever y'all got to do, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, and
Hey,
everybody
Yes,
Coach.
out
sir.
there,
Hey,
y'all go to
go
What's
ahead.
Up
Go
Doug
ahead.
channel and subscribe too, okay? Go see
Yeah.
Doug at
Yeah.
What's Up Doug. All right.
Yeah. Hey, Coach K. Hey, man. Before you chime in, hey, man, tell my sister to stop sending me damn messages. You about to have your chance to talk, man. I don't need her keep bugging me.
Hey, she gonna ride. Hey, she gonna ride for her people now. She gonna ride for her people
God
now.
damn.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm like, damn, dog. Can I live? You know what I'm saying? Come on, hey,
Oh
you need to do
boy.
something about that, man.
She
But
gonna
nah,
get you.
seriously,
You better
I don't
stop. She
care.
gonna get you.
Hey,
Listen,
so
man,
so Coach
I
K,
ain't worried about her.
let's ask you some of the questions that we asked Uncle Quan. So what is your overall comfort level with the team, offense and defense?
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so honest with y'all.
Come on
This
with it.
year, this year has been the most exciting year as a Panther fan by our signings, like off-season
Hmm.
signings, like #1 draft pick, uh, the whole nine, man. But I ain't watched not one preseason game, and it might have been for a reason, because preseason don't really count. It only counted 1 year for us when we went 4-0. Then we went to the Super Bowl. You feel me? But that's been a long time
Right.
ago. But I ain't watched the preseason game yet. I watched some highlights of all the Bryce throws last night. He the truth for sure. I see it while they
He
was
that
going back
dude.
and yeah, they was going back and forth between him and CJ. I wanted CJ at first because he was tall and he got a cannon. Like, we couldn't have went wrong
Yeah,
with him neither.
we
Like,
did
we
too.
got
Hey,
Yeah.
same thing with me and CJ. We did the same concerns that most people had. Not saying that CJ was better than Bryce, because it as far as talent wise, they were neck and neck.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just because CJ was bigger, you know what I'm saying, and we know it
It give you
recent
Cam
history.
vibes.
We no, man. I'm not that we not even gonna start on that. Don't even start that, man.
I'm just saying,
We
like,
not
he
even
was
gonna
tall.
start.
He coming in as a rookie, tall, and he had some muscle on him. Like, he could have like
Woo!
really developed into like he could. CJ gonna be a problem for real. Like, he
Yeah, he
gonna
gonna
be a
be a
problem.
problem, but he ain't nothing like Cam.
No,
That
Cam
that
one
that
on one. I'm just saying, like, if he would have
yeah.
came to Charlotte, like,
Mhm.
he was tall, like, that would have been a nice little #1 draft pick we would have had picked up.
Yeah.
Like, neither
I'm telling you,
we can't go wrong with neither one though.
Houston offensive line gonna get that man killed. You know,
Yeah,
I know we had
yeah.
some concerns of our line,
That's
but
my
boy,
concern right there. That
yeah.
offensive line, man.
So we better than Houston's.
All right. So tell us this. Tell us a little bit about your youth organization, and also tell us what made you a Panther fan.
Well, I was born and raised in Charlotte. So my first game watching the NFL football game was the Super Bowl when they went the first year, 2000, early 2000. I forgot
Hmm.
how old I
So
was,
I think it was
but
like 2003. I think
3.
yeah, three. Yeah. Yeah,
2003. Yeah.
2003. So I was at my grandma's house watching the game. My mama had a whole Super Bowl party at the house at our new career. She dropped us off at my grandma's house. So my grandma stayed on West Boulevard, right there under the bridge. That first house under the bridge. So downtown Charlotte was lit. Like, the
Hmm.
skyline
Yeah.
was
Hold
all
on. I'm
like
about to take. I got. Oh, I'm trying to think of the street. What was the street? Because I, you know what?
West Boulevard. What's that? That ain't Rebound.
What was right when you come off the highway?
Yeah, bust left
But
Behringer?
yeah,
under that bridge
no,
right there. Yeah.
no, not
I said
Behringer.
Behringer. I
No,
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember the name. Anyway,
You,
but yeah, I know some people's around that area.
yeah. Hey, yeah, you ain't too
Yeah,
far behind Barringer, right up the road.
yeah, Behringer right the road. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about the youth football team, man. The Next Level Spartans.
Oh, we started Next Level Spartans. We're a youth football organization, 501c3 over here in South Charlotte area. Steel Creek, Rivergate. We started up in 2019. We was doing 6U, 8U, 10U, and 12U football. Uh, our first year as an organization, the 6U won the championship, 12U won a championship. We went to nationals every year.
Hmm.
Uh, won state championships every year. We took the year off in COVID because of COVID. 2021 we came back, went to nationals again. But last year we
Okay.
went to nationals. We came and went to the big game. We lost, fell short. So we're just trying to get that big win, man. When we get to nationals, man, that's the goal.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the
How
goal.
long you been doing that? How long you been coaching?
Since 2019. We got some players now that's in high school at Olympic and Palisades, some in private school that I coach. They
Hmm.
uh they got a
Okay.
few D1 offers.
That's good.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's
That's
what's
what's
up,
up.
man. it would definitely. Fun fact: I can't remember the exact time, the exact year, but my uncle used to be the head coach of the Hidden Valley Rams, and I coached with him for 2 years. This was way back in the days. This is when Ramondo North was playing youth football. Because Ramondo North was our um, played wide receiver for us. I don't know if you remember Ramondo
Mondo
North
North.
went to
I
North
wonder
Met.
if that Marquez North dad.
I don't know. Well, you know what? I don't know. I
Well, he
don't
played
know.
wide
I don't
receiver.
know. Yeah, well, Ramondo, does who play wide receiver?
Ramondo.
Yeah, he played wide receiver.
Yeah, that might be
Yeah.
his dad. That might be Marquez North dad. Marquez North went to he played for Mallard Creek. He went to the NFL too. But his daddy played
Oh, for
football
real?
too. Yeah, his dad played football too.
Yeah,
In the
because
NFL. I just ain't
Ramondo,
never know his dad name.
if I'm not mistaken, Ramondo went to North Met, and then he went to University of Tennessee.
Yep,
If I'm not
Marquez went to
mistaken.
Tennessee. Yeah, that's his son.
Oh, he did?
Marquez North went to Tennessee.
Huh?
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
He got a bald head.
Yeah. Man, shit. I don't know what I haven't seen Ramondo since Ramondo went to Tennessee. I
Oh
just
man.
remember him.
Yeah, that might be him,
Ramondo
man.
Ramondo played for us. There was another, I can't remember his last name, but there was another young guy. His name was Prince. Prince played. I think he either went to West Charlotte or um.
West Mac.
I don't know if he went to West Meck. I think he went to West Charlotte. Prince went to West Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to West Charlotte. But I don't know if he ever went to college. I don't know anything about that. But I'm just talking about two dudes that I know. Um, that play for us in youth ball. All right, so listen.
What y'all think about that Cowboy and that Panther game? Who y'all got, man? They come
Oh,
to us
Panthers
this
and
time.
Cowboys.
Carolina all the way.
Yeah, Carolina on the way.
They coming to us this time. We got to give it to them, man.
Yeah. Well, we beat Dallas the last time we played them.
No, they beat us.
They beat us. Remember Sam Darnold? They started off good
That's
down
right.
down in
You're right. You're
down in
right. Yeah.
Cowboy
Ended
Stadium.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
You're
the
No,
right.
no,
You're
bad.
they
right.
came back. Or they couldn't finish the job.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
made somewhat of a game of it, but it was kind of over with by the time they got their stuff back together.
Yeah, yeah.
So Kanari, what's your thoughts on the Panthers going into the week one game against the Falcons?
It's a this gonna be one of those ones with me, cause Atlanta we don't know what they look like neither. I guess everybody pretty much average, except when you talk about a team like the Chiefs, somebody that's gonna come out the rip shooting at a high caliber. Uh, we ain't there on that level yet. So with Atlanta, I just think this gonna be that week where it's just make it or break it for us. Like it's either we
Mm-hmm.
gonna see like if we get whatever we get beat by, that's gonna be, or the whatever we win by, get beat by or win by, that's gonna be the comfort level for us as Panther fans. Like, are we satisfied with this W? Or are we satisfied with this L? And how much did we lose by? Like, Bryce a rookie, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't even gonna keep throwing that in the aspect, man. Cause Cam came out shooting like a dang on 50 cal, goddamn. You feel me? 50 cal. He ain't played no games. No games.
Yeah, that first game was
Yeah.
crazy.
400.
Hey,
What was
Yeah.
it?
shout out.
400 yards. 3 games in a row.
Uh-huh.
4 games in a row. Yeah. Also,
Shout,
I don't
sh-
know, man. It's all about how bad he wanted. The thing I do like about him that I haven't seen a rookie quarterback do what Uncle Quan was talking about, him being able to look out the defenders and throw the ball the other way. Like, I seen that so much
mm-hmm.
last night when I was watching his highlights. I'm like, yeah, he gonna win a lot off that. Yeah, he gonna go far with
Yeah,
that one.
Mm,
he definitely good.
okay.
But I want to say shout out to Kenneth Blair for the $2 super chat. He said distraction incoming. Duke beat Clemson. Hey, let me tell you, it was a It was a
Appreciate
bad
that,
day
Kenner.
for it was a bad day for South Carolina football.
South Carolina.
Lord have
Listen,
mercy, boy,
the
it was a bad
Citadel
day.
lost, Clemson lost, South Carolina State lost, South Carolina lost,
Good
Coastal
Lord,
Carolina lost. Like, damn.
boy.
It was so
Everybody just getting it handed over to them.
Man,
everybody
hey,
got that L. Everybody took
it
that L yesterday, man.
yeah, it was a rough day in South Carolina for college football. But let me
Now,
tell you, it
now
was
how is it gonna be for Georgia this weekend coming up, man?
who they playing?
Atlanta.
Oh,
I,
never
Oh,
mind. Okay, I got
you
you.
talking
I
about
got you.
for Carolina?
Hey,
yeah.
look, hopefully it's gonna be a bad day, and hopefully there'll be a lot of Falcon fellas, a lot of bird fellas scattered all over the place. When the
For
Panthers get
real.
done with them, that's what I'm hoping
For
for.
real.
Y'all catching
Yep.
any games this year?
Not as of
No,
yet.
I ain't gonna catching the game. I'm too far away, man. I'm too
Oh,
far
for real?
away.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I,
sir.
how you watching the games? Like, are you watching them like real live on our time or?
Yeah. I have NFL Sunday ticket.
Okay.
mhm.
I know the time zone
Yeah.
different where you at. Is
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like it's 2 a.m. right now where I'm at.
Yeah. Hey, he's struggling right now. He's
I'm
struggling.
good. Look, I took a little nap. You know what I'm saying? So got me a little something to eat. So I'm all right. I'm good. But when I get off this live though, oh, I'm going to sleep. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah,
so how you? What time do it be when the games be coming? When it's 1 o'clock over here?
it's 9 o'clock over here.
Dang, so you gotta be sleep all the way to 9 o'clock, huh?
No,
Mm.
I be up at 9 o'clock. I mean, if the game come on 1 o'clock there, 9 o'clock here, I'm good. If the game comes on at 4 o'clock, I'm pretty much good because I'm a night owl, so I'm up late at night. But
Yeah.
like
Hey,
you talking
look.
about
Hey, coach.
anything?
Coach, he be talking about, yeah, man, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. Look, then it be 10 o'clock here, and then next thing you know, I see, we answer somebody on Twitter, and I be like, well, damn, that wasn't me. Like, I thought his ass was so sleepy about 2 hours ago. And then he up, ding, 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 on his phone. But then he be hollering, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah. Hey man. Hey, sometimes it do it to you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it do it to you. But
Facts.
listen, man. Hey, CJ, you got any questions for Kanari, man?
No, man. I appreciate you coming on the channel with us, and I wish all success to your team this season. I hope y'all
Yeah,
take
for
and go
sure.
all the way, man.
For sure, man. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
doubt.
y'all for having
No
me.
doubt.
Anytime.
Anytime we yeah, go ahead, CJ.
I think we about to say the same thing. Anytime
Oh,
we on, you see a song, we put the link in the chat, man. Just roll up on us, man.
Yeah, definitely will. Sure. I see how y'all get down over here, man. I'll definitely be back.
All right, we appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate y'all, man.
yeah. Kim talking about I'm in Iraq. Nah, bro. I ain't in Iraq. I'm close, but I ain't in Iraq.
Hey, if the Panthers lose this week, we're gonna blow something up for sure.
Oh hell. Time to let you go. I am not trying to be no part of no conspiracy.
All right, y'all hold it down.
All right, be
All
good,
right,
man.
man. Be
Yeah.
good, man.
That was all right. All
Yeah,
right.
that was all
Well,
right. That was all right.
yeah. Yeah, man. Tony, you got anything else you want to say, bud?
Nah, man. Listen, I'm excited for Sunday. I
Mm-hmm.
I want the Panthers to hurry up and get this situation with Brian Burns done and over with.
Exactly.
I don't understand what the holdup is, but I can tell you this: that every time, listen, Twitter has been flooded with this all day long. Like Panther fans
Yes.
are like
Yes.
losing their shit about this situation, and I'm like, listen, just calm down. We don't play tomorrow, okay? We don't play
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. I know we want to get it done, and I believe it will get done. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Brian Burns will hold out. It don't make sense to me because if you wanted to hold out, he should have already done it. Don't wait till game week to want to pull this when you have stated on record that you want to be here with your team, with with your brothers and you want to be in the trenches with them. So
Mm-hmm.
you either gonna be one way or the other. Now, I'm not saying that's what his thinking is, but that is what the media. That's how the media is portraying it. And if it is that thinking, it don't make good sense to me. It don't make good business sense as well. But I hope it gets done. I hope we go down to Atlanta, kick some Dirty Birds ass. You know what I'm saying? So we have some positive content to talk about next week.
Well, you
That's
know
all
what?
I got.
And my closing statement here, Your Honor, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit, and I think we'll probably talk about this, maybe in another episode during the week. But now, if now just say Burns ends up
Okay.
holding out, doesn't make it week 1, everybody's gonna bring up the question: did we trade the wrong player? Did we have took that haul that the Rams were offering us for
Mm,
Brian Burns, kept DJ Moore? Now Bryce would have had, another weapon, another established weapon in DJ Moore, and now we're sitting here worried about whether Brian Burns is going to actually sign the contract. We don't know. Are the Panthers being stingy? Brian want too much? Is he still waiting on Bosa to sign? If he waiting on Bosa to sign, he might be waiting for a while. It don't look like Bosa is in no hurry to do anything, with San Francisco. But I will save all that for another episode, so y'all tune in. But that's just
yeah,
me playing
because you,
devil's advocate.
I was getting to jump down that rabbit hole because you about get you got me kind of fired up. So I'm glad you. Okay, I digress. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because that's a whole nother topic. And I don't know how long we'll be here talking about it, but
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to dedicate another little bit for that one. That's hey, depending on what happens the next 4 days, or next 4 or 5 days, that's gonna be an interesting subject. Los
yes,
Flamingos
yes, it
said
will.
Burns signs a 1-year deal. He is walking. You know what? Hey, that's
Well,
what I
I
always say,
don't.
Tony. What I always say. You
Yeah,
never know. So I can't
yeah,
disagree with
okay.
that just yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can
You know what
because in reality, the Panthers can franchise tag him not once but twice. They can franchise.
I mean?
They can franchise tag him because I know you asked me about that earlier, and I was like, no, I
Yeah,
think the franchise tag
it's
um
past this year.
is passed, but I think they can because so I think they mentioned it on NFL Network. They were talking about it, and I was like, okay, well maybe I was wrong, which I probably was. It don't matter, but yeah, they can franchise tag him if they can. They can do it this year, and they can do it again next year. I think what the aspiration was is a lot of these guys had up until July 17th to get a contract extension done. And if
Hmm.
not, the teams were franchise tagging them. So
Yeah,
I don't know when the um the end date is for franchise tags. But
yeah.
I think it was July 17th was something like you had to get a deal done, extension done in order to avoid getting franchise tag. That's what happened with Saquon Barkley. That's what happened with Josh Jacobs, and
Hmm.
them boys because they was trying to hold out to get more money for the running backs or whatnot. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I ain't
Well,
gonna go. I'm about to go down that rabbit hole again. So let me be quiet.
yeah.
Let me
Well,
be
I mean,
quiet.
I think it's probably a lot of a lot more give and take to be had on both sides because,
Yeah.
like I said, the Panthers could have got what 2 first rounds in the second for Burns. They turned it down. So on Carolina's end, that's hey, we believe in you. We want you here. Okay. Brian Burns showed up to camp. He practiced. Mind you, he ain't playing the preseason game, but we all kind of figured that from the jump. Okay. He's
Mm-hmm.
missed the last couple practices. So Panthers have put their faith in him. Like I said, I think it's it's a tug of war. It's give and take. But if he's waiting on Bosa, I think he's going to be waiting for a while. And at the same time, it's just like okay, Carolina sign the man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give him what you need to give him. Get this done and beyond and past us because all that dead money that we got in our cap is coming off next year. So we'll be in a better financial position as an organization next year anyway. So go ahead and get this done, get him signed. So when next year come, he's not an issue and we can focus on making this team even better.
Okay, I'm gonna make one point. I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole. I'm just gonna make one point because I've seen you mention it, and I've seen a lot of people. Excuse me. I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and they
Mm,
keep talking about the haul that the Rams were offering. Well, what they was offering was something that they don't have until 2024 and 2025. Those first round draft picks wasn't this year's draft, or this past year's draft, or
mm,
this coming year's draft. You talking about 2024, 2025. If you're gonna give up a talent like Brian Burns, you want to get something to where you can go out and possibly seek immediate success. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
That's another 2 year window that you waiting on to even be able to utilize those draft picks. And who's to say the Rams may be top tier again? So that those draft picks can go from being in the top 10 to top 15 to being in the bottom half, of the top 25, top 30, which is
mm,
essentially a second round draft pick, to be honest
yeah.
with you.
Mm,
So if you're not giving them the draft picks right now to where you're in a rebuilding mode and they can still benefit because where your current draft status may be in the next year or two. No, that it wasn't smart. But basically what I'm saying, it wasn't smart for Carolina to take that deal that the Rams were offering. It
but
just wasn't.
but but let me rebuttal just a little bit. Now, if they would have took that deal, we would have got another first in 24, another first in 25. That may have been more capital we could have traded to get Bryce Young and still could have kept DJ Moore.
That's true too.
You,
That's
you
true
know, you
too.
know, you know, and
Yeah.
in some weird way, we may still be sitting here with another first round pick next year.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So you got to
Yeah.
look at it from in this kind of like the Marvel universe in this infinite possibility realm, I guess. But hey,
Yeah. I
they say
got it.
Yannick's getting close to 11 million. Burns is better. He gonna get 20 million per year. You know what, Migos? I'm with you. He's probably getting north of 20 million a year. I think
Yeah.
that's probably
It,
yeah.
in my opinion, Brian Burns should be somewhere between 25 to 28 million. If he's thinking, and I don't think he thinks like this.
Hmm.
But if he does, if he thinks that he's going to get more than Nick Bosa, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. Because
Yeah.
I don't believe that's going to happen.
But
But that
just say they
25 to
give
28 million in range,
uh yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
But just say they give Bosa like 35 million. You think it'd be too far a stretch for the Panthers to give Burns 30 million?
No,
Okay.
if they gave which I don't think they will, because this is the best defensive player in the league, Aaron Donald. He's making 30, 31. So you're not going to get Nick Bosa 35. That's I don't know what the percentage is, but that's more than 5%. That's more than
Hmm.
the 5% bump. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hey, and Kenneth,
The
yeah,
highest.
I'm sorry, Kenneth. No, I know he's a proven first rounder. Yeah, I get it. I was just throwing out, like I said, I was just playing devil's advocate, and I was just throwing out that possibility if they would have took the trade from the Rams. That's all.
Mm,
Yeah, I to
okay.
be honest with you, I think they made the right move, and now they just have to make another right move and go ahead and get the man signed. But yeah, I agree with you. But I just dove down that rabbit hole of what if.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like eventually they will get it done. They'll get
Hmm.
it done.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
better.
think it's in Brian Burns' nature to sit out. Now, unless Carolina has really came to him with something totally disrespectful of an offer, I can understand it. Don't agree
Yeah,
with it, but I can understand it if he wants to if he wants to sit out. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If he wants to sit out. Chris Jones, whatever the money is that he wants compared to what Kansas City is offering him, I can understand what he's doing. These guys are trying to really reset the market.
Hmm.
They are really trying to put their foot down something that the quarterbacks didn't do recently to get guaranteed money in their contracts like Patrick Mahomes did. You know what I'm saying? Like getting their whole contract guaranteed. Lamar Jackson had an opportunity to do it. He didn't do it. So that kind of messed it up for Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Watson
Then
did it.
it took, huh?
John Watson did it.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, like Deshaun Watson.
Okay,
Everybody
gotcha.
was trying to there was the thinking was everybody was going to try to be like the next Deshaun Watson, but that was an anomaly that Cleveland did. All the owners were mad at Cleveland for what they did with Deshaun Watson, but they stuck together and was like, we're not going to allow that to reset the market. And you saw all the other quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts and all those guys, they fell right in line. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we'll
you
see.
never know. Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll
But
see.
yeah, but we'll dive all the way down that rabbit hole another day. Let me see
Yeah.
what did Ken say? So since Panthers have been known to be cheap with 22 million for your guarantee work, no. If
I
they
don't think
offer him
so.
that, I'm pretty sure he turned that down expeditiously. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah. Nah,
Harold
that's
Landry got 24 million a year from the Titans. And
yeah.
he ain't better than Brian Burns.
He said Browns were dumb.
Yeah.
He said epic spelling on my part. It was the way Cajun said, "Oh, you good, Ken? You good, man."
But go
All
ahead,
right,
take us
Tony.
out of here, man.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all joining us. As usual, we'll be going live again this weekend, Saturday noon, giving our preview of the Panthers and Atlanta game for week 1. Okay.
And
And
Friday with unnecessary bluntness.
yes, and
Yeah.
Friday, check us out on Friday. We'll have Aaron from Unnecessary Bluntness going to join us on the channel, and we're going to have this same talk with him. Okay, but if you haven't already and you're watching, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notifications so you know when our videos come out. We appreciate all the love and support from everybody that we have received thus far. Okay, and like I always say, Panther Nation, stay safe, be good, and keep pounding everybody.